Hey everybody, we're back for another workout video. This one will be a little different. This is what I do as one of my boxing workouts and exercises, and there's normally punching bags hanging there, but I'll get into the setup in a minute. What I do when I start this specific workout is me punching the punching bag for 10 minutes straight without stopping. Before I start the workout, I do 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the mood I'm in or how much energy I feel like I have. I do 5 to 10 minutes of jump rope nonstop, just to warm up, wake myself up. I don't drink coffee, so I pretty much have this. I don't drink caffeine really, so it's just oatmeal and jump rope. So here I am doing some jump rope, and then I get into punching the bag. Now this workout, this is good for anyone, I would say, who, even if you don't box, it's just really good cardio. It would help, and I think it would be good to look at some instructionals or talk to someone who boxes of the proper way to punch, because you can hurt yourself. I have many times. You can hyperextend your elbow or hurt your shoulder, your wrists big time. You can crunch your wrists, because a proper punch is a lot weirder than you might think. As someone who didn't know how to properly punch, it was so strange. I feel like I'm in a narrow hallway and my shoulders are touching the walls, and you have to punch like that. You can't bring your elbows out. You have to punch just straight and extend your shoulder as much as you can. It's just a bit bizarre when you're new to it. So it would be smart to learn before you go and punch something and hurt yourself. My form isn't amazing in this because this is mostly just freestyle. I'm not really focusing on my form here. It's just the whole goal is just to keep punching and keep throwing. There are other times I work on drills with my coach and myself where I'm working on form and head movement, feet, hips, all that. But this exercise is really just a cardio exercise. This whole exercise and day at the gym and routine is what I do at the end of a lot of my workouts, just as a little bonus cardio. And on days where I really just don't want to work out at all, I will at least do this, because this is fun for me. I do enjoy just punching things, and it's a fun challenge in my head to just go for 10 minutes without stopping to see if I can make it. And I always think if I can at least punch for 10 minutes straight nonstop, then my cardio is okay enough while I'm not fighting and while I'm not training for anything. This is just my regular basic cardio. I can at least punch nonstop for 10 minutes. And I'll tell you, it was really eye-opening. When I first started boxing a couple years ago, I thought punching would not be that hard and you could just do it forever. I'd like to challenge everyone listening, if you've never really boxed or punched at anything, to get some gloves and punch a punching bag, even just for 30 seconds straight. Punch the whole time for 30 seconds. It's really tiring. It's pretty crazy how exhausted you get. It kills your shoulders, your arms, everything. It's a lot of work. So knowing that, I think, okay, if I can do 10 minutes nonstop, then I'm in pretty good shape. Because a boxing match is usually, for the ones I'll be doing, are only going to be 2-minute to 3-minute rounds. So you really only have to punch for a couple minutes at a time. So if I can do 10, then I'm in good shape. I have always had pretty good cardio naturally. I can run really far. I know you've all seen my dance videos. I can dance for a long time. I danced on a live stream here on YouTube for 12 hours nonstop one time, and I really wasn't even too exhausted at the end of it. It was just a regular day for me the next day. So I've always known that I have good cardio, so I just want to maintain that. It's something I never want to lose. I should probably comment on this setup. This is a pretty strange looking punching bag. The punching bag is supposed to be hanging behind me on that stand, but all the punching bags in this area have fallen down. So I've since gone to a different location that does have their punching bags. It was taking a long time for these guys to get their punching bags set up, and I was tired of punching this pole. You can see down bottom that the pad normally sits lower, so I took this piece of wood and I shoved it on the bottom so it would be at a higher height so I could punch at some head height. So this is pretty straightforward stuff. I'm doing some basic head movement, moving around a little bit instead of just staying still, just to kind of get a little bit more of a fuller body workout here. I really like to be fully covered in clothing when I box now. It's something I discovered the past year. It feels a lot more comfortable. I like being enclosed, and I feel trapped and kind of safe in all of the clothes and comfortable. And it gives me this strange sort of like nimble, put together, tidy feeling when I'm all tucked in and covered up with the hat and the hood, and I can't hear anything with these headphones on. It's pretty great. I'm really just in my own world when I do this. But the main reason that I wear this outfit is that I really like to sweat, and by the end of this I'm completely soaked in sweat, and it feels so good after. Something that I've learned about myself is that I get this like rush and sort of a thrill from being completely exhausted. When I push myself really hard and really far, and I'm really just about to collapse from fully exerting myself, there's like some feeling that comes over me. I don't know if it's a mixture of feeling proud and just happy that I did something, but I think what it mostly is just knowing that I did it. I accomplished something that's annoying, and I didn't want to do it necessarily, and my body doesn't necessarily want to do it, but I was able to get through it, and it feels really satisfying. So as a person who never played sports other than skateboarding, if you consider that a sport, or dancing and running or doing random stunts, I've discovered that I do like athletic activities. I was never a fan of team sports. I think that's the difference. I'm a fan of watching personal feats of strength or endurance, like who can run the fastest, jump the highest, the farthest, swim the fastest, punch the best. Boxing is great because it's just two people seeing who can last or outmaneuver or outthink. It's just one-on-one. I like that. I like solo feats of athleticism and bodily abilities. Not so much into physical games, but more just seeing who's the best at doing basic human feats. These episodes may sort of become little podcast episodes in a way, because I might just kind of trail off at times and talk. I'm not a trainer or a coach or a fitness expert at all. I just like to move, and I keep moving, and so far it's really kept me in pretty good shape. So I hope you don't look to these for any real technical advice. Really, I'm just showing you what it is I do that has kept me in pretty good shape up until this 43rd year of my life. And I will say this is the year everything has kind of slowed down, and where I think I need the exercise more than I ever did. I was always skinny and lean, just naturally, had a six-pack, and I never worked out. It's just in my genes. My dad and my brothers are all relatively lean as well, so I think I was fortunate. But now at 43, I see things slowing down, so I'm really pushing myself nowadays to maintain what I have. And also it's fun and it feels good, so you're probably going to hear more rambling from me than any actual athletic advice. Hopefully you still find these entertaining. I've found that they're really fun to do. Kind of gets me excited to go out and film these little workouts. This is stuff that I do all the time that no one's really ever seen. You often don't document your boxing training when you're preparing for a fight because you don't want your opponent to see that. You don't want to give anything away. And in doing this video, maybe I am giving something away to a future opponent, but this is pretty casual, just sloppy. I'm probably a little bit out of shape technique-wise, dropping my hands more than I should, not extending my jab fully, but again, this is really just a cardio workout. Sometimes this feels more like a mental workout than a physical one, because I don't see too much of a difference in my body after doing stuff like this. This is more like lungs and heart, I guess, exercise, like running. I really love running, but I feel amazing after, and I guess it allows me to then do other workouts because my heart is in pretty good shape. Regular working out is a bit hard for me to do at times because it's not as fun. I had to force myself to go through the reps and do curls and do a certain set of push-ups and dips. This is truly just fun. All you have to do is punch something for 10 minutes and just don't stop punching. You really exercise some demons and go through a lot of therapy in your head when it's just you punching and thinking. It's pretty great. It can also help you to not think because you're focusing so much on not stopping. I currently have a goal of working out for 90 days and changing my diet. I haven't had sugar, mostly haven't had sugar for the last month, and I'm going to continue doing that. I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. I'm not really sure if I'm ever gonna. I never really had a reason to drink it. I didn't drink until I was like 35, so I'm gonna continue eating really clean, and I'm gonna work out pretty hard for the next 90 days. So on October 1st, I'll have a transformation video that I'll put up for you guys to show what I went from to what I look like then. I'm pretty motivated to do it because I'm not super happy with how I'm looking and feeling at the moment. So stay tuned for that video. I think I'm going to be boxing early next year. So this exercise will lead me right up to my fight camp. So if there is a fight in about January, then I'll start training up in Portland with my coach this fall, and that'll lead me to the next match. So right now what I'm doing, I guess, is just preparing, because fight camp is really intense, and if you're not in really good shape, you're just not going to be able to do the proper boxing training that you need to get ready for the fight. Gotta get your sugar-free caffeine gamer subs as well. Don't forget to use code DAD. So there you go, everyone. It's pretty much my cardio boxing workout that I do. This day I did a little bit more, did a rowing machine and a couple other things. And here you see the end result. A whole lot of sweat. Thanks for watching.